welcome back. Man, I missed you guys. Here we are with another good video. This one is Crush Picture Profile Part 2, mainly because it was my mistake that I did not give the limitations and all the specifics about the picture profile, how to use it. And I came to that conclusion when I read you guys' comments and your questions from the last video. And if you missed that video where I talked about the Crush and I showed the prom send-off, I'll put that here where you can go and look at that particular video. But in this video, I'm gonna give you the specifics, the things that you guys were asking about, okay? So first of all, let me show you this. Now that was pretty much shot in broad daylight. That's what I created the picture profile for, to give that particular look. Why? One main reason, because I use my ND filter, and my ND filter will give me that depth of field in broad daylight. I use the case clip-in filter. Now this filter actually clips right over the sensor, so I don't have to worry about filter thread sizes, step up, step down rings, any of that stuff. I just clip it in and I can put my lens right over top of it. It don't matter what lens I use, I have ND protection, right? I have the sunglasses for the sun. And so, man, it really helps with my depth of field to get that portrait look. And that's one of the things that I really love, because it allows me to have some expression with my images. I think that with the ND filter and this picture profile, it really packs a punch, and I really get the most out of that high contrast look. I'll get popping colors and I'll get high contrast. That's why I created it. And then, which I found out while fine tuning, that this is not a picture profile that you really want to use in like shaded areas where you have a lot of shade and things like that. It doesn't really complement the colors, especially skin tones and things like that. But if you add some light to your subject, then it will help out quite a bit. And now you're in a whole different realm. Let me show you this particular short. What did you guys think? Did it look filmic? Well, that is the short Daydream. The first clip and the second clip is pretty much a continuation of the one day of shooting, but I really wanted to show you guys the two different scenarios in which the picture profile can be used and be successful, right? So like I said before, you don't want to use this in shaded areas or low light unless you're actually adding some light to the subject. And if you're adding some light to the subject, then that makes all the difference in the world. Like I said, this picture profile was actually made for lighted subjects. It was not created for low light shooting per se, you know what I'm saying? So that you guys get that understanding. So now, this is really how I shoot with this picture profile. When I'm exposing at plus 0.3 to plus 0.7. If you got a Sony camera, you know exactly what I'm talking about, the exposure rating. Even though that exposure rating is not always dead nuts, but it's close enough to give you a general idea on where you want to be exposed. Now me, I like to expose closer to plus 0.3 because that's just my happy medium. You don't want to overexpose, because if you overexpose the picture profile, then you try to bring it back down. If you already got skies, and it's going to be blown out, and depending on how much you overexpose, you're not going to get any definition in the sky. Yeah, I shot a fashion show and it was in S-Log3. And S-Log3, I was trying to keep as much of the highlights as possible, but I failed. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to expose for the subjects that were in the shaded area. We were actually in the alley. It was sunny out, broad daylight, but in the alley it was so narrow, no sunlight got in the alley. So the whole alley was basically shade. And even trying to shoot in S-Log3 to try to preserve some of the highlights, I still was not able to expose my subject and the sky at the same time. So if I had to do it all over again, I would do it a different way. But if you didn't see that video, I'll put that video right here just for reference. This picture profile is really a good tool to have in your arsenal. Like I said, a Swiss Army knife of sorts. You want to be able to have those things at your fingertips so that you can use them when the time presents it. So when I created this for quick turnaround, like I said before, and so I have little to no color editing in post. And so I found that I liked it so much that I've used it for like a year straight. I pretty much shot the daytime portrait with my Tilta dual handle rig. I'll be talking a little bit more about that so that you guys can get a better understanding about that. I got a Tilta ring rig that I'm working on. You can kind of see the ring right behind me. And like I said, I even have some Cine lenses to show you guys that I think you'll really love, because I'm really starting to like them. And not only that, I'm autofocusing with them. Matter of fact, I'm autofocusing with one right now. And it is the A7 Artisan 35mm that I'm using. I'm focusing with my DJI 3D focus system on the gimbal. And so I'm giving that a try out. So you guys let me know what you think about that. And this particular lens, I'm telling you right now, it's very affordable, but I'm gonna do a lot more shooting with it so I can give you guys a better understanding what I feel about this particular lens and the line of lenses. Stay tuned for those videos as well. So I'm interested to know, what do you guys think about the picture profile crush? Will you be using it? Now you can use this picture profile on the A7S3, FX3, A7IV, and the A1. Those are all 10-bit cameras, right? 10-bit 422. But I'm more interested to see you guys who have the A7 III, the 8-bit camera. How will it fare on those particular cameras? I know that it doesn't have 10-bit and it has 8-bit, but I'm wondering if we can just kind of fine tune it to make it fit that 8-bit where we're not actually breaking the image, you know what I'm saying? So I would love to get you guys feedback on that as well. I'll look forward to your comments in the comments section. And as always, I'm Aaron Jones, I'm your big brother, and I got your back. I got tons of videos coming you guys' way. We're taking this to another level. You know me, I'm about faith, family, and filmmaking. So go out and film something and kill it.